my friends, my fascinating Renaissance, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 68. Again, this is Malu Cervantes, your life coach and mentor in navigating the season of our life, which is really the autumn of our life. This is the beginning of the month of March. Before I proceed, now I was just saying, are there many ways, to say how are you, how are you, what else, maybe I should say mabuhay. Could be a little different because I'm from the Philippines. How many times can I really say hello? How are you? Howdy? Maybe I would say kamusta na. Kamusta na is the Filipino way of saying how are you. Maybe I should vary that, so that it will not be, well, I don't really like to be boring. So I was thinking maybe I should take a list of how do you say how are you in many languages. Now, but of course, I will start with how Philippines would say, mabuhay! Mga kaibigan ko, my friends, kaibigan friend. Anyway, okay, as I've said, welcome to episode 68, and this is the beginning of the month of March. Now, have you ever wondered, where the name March is derived from? I don't know about January. Yeah, maybe I should I should Google that and tell you. But I know that March, the name March was derived from the Latin word Martius, and Martius pays homage to Mars. So that's the name of the planet where Elon Musk would like to to plant or to bring 100,000 earthlings to settle there. Mars. Okay, now Mars is the Roman god of war and agriculture. What a combination, isn't it? War, destruction, agriculture is the beginning, of the planting season. All right. It symbolizes the renewal of life. Agriculture symbolizes the renewal of life, life and death. Okay, together in one God. Anyway, okay, as legend would say, Mars is the father of Romulus and Remus. These are the legendary, so that's what legend says, the legendary founders of the city of Rome. You see, okay, so it has dual significance. Is the fierceness of war. Of course, war brings death. Okay, and the promise of abundance. After war, you have abundance. How do you do that? And March is a transition, from the winter season to to spring. Yeah, right. That's why in America, still, say you in, yeah. So yeah, up to February is winter. So March is the start of spring. Okay, spring. Okay. Now, so spring would represent what? Beauty and abundance. All right, beauty and abundance. I'd like to focus on, on abundance because beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Okay. So, as may I repeat myself, okay, beauty is in the eye of the beholder because we see beauty through our own, uniqueness. So I just like to focus on the other side of it, which is abundance, okay? Now, let me share with you what I have just found out. Okay, I just found out. You know that I am an avid reader. I read a lot of books, And one of the books I stumbled upon was written by, let me see, okay, Sahil Bloom. Sahil Bloom. And you know what? He talks about the 5 types of wealth. Okay? So in March, we start talking more about abundance and then beauty because that's what March, not Mars, but March Okay, I get confused because March came from, was named after the god of war, as we have mentioned. Okay, the Roman god of war and agriculture. Okay, so five types of wealth. So let's talk about abundance. Okay, in this month of March. All right, and I will share with you the five types of wealth that Sahil Bloom, the author, mentioned. Okay, you can Google his book if you like. You can buy his book if you like. But basically, I love it because of its simplicity and because I resonate, with what he's been discussing in the book. First, he wanted to, he redefined. So he said, let's redefine wealth. Remember I told you episode 60, a replacement. Okay, you can search for that in the in the description below. Is episode 60. All right, we talked about replacing New Year's resolution. All right, and one of this really is coming out with your own theme. I told you how I woke up one day and it just like a burst of idea. The words wealth, wealth and wisdom in 2025. Wealth and wisdom in 2025. Okay, living wisely and well in 2021. Right. So I told you that you have to define what is wealth for you. Okay, and I shared that with you. Even before I read this book, by the way. Okay, so I was smiling when I was reading it. He says, please redefine your idea of wealth before you can understand what I'm talking about. No. So mostly he said the most common mistake that people make is that they focus solely on financial wealth. It's just really about money, just money. If you have a lot of money, you're wealthy and all of that. Just solely financial, and they are really obsessed with that. What he's really trying to say is, wealth is multi-dimensional, meaning there are many levels and there are many aspects of wealth, and money is just one of them. And not only that, these dimensions are interrelated, and so it's a holistic and fulfilling life. Because if you just focus on getting money, because for you, wealth simply means finances, then you are missing out. I totally agree with this person, with this author. That's why I like it. So that's the first thing he said, redefine wealth. And then he now points out and advances the five levels of wealth that you can really look at. Now, this will be 2 episodes. Okay? This will be 2 episodes. I'll start with the first one. Okay? The first one. Well, of course, the first one is financial wealth. All right. Now, because according to him, financial wealth is the foundation, meaning the other levels of wealth or the other types of wealth, will not be possible, or it will be difficult to attain if we do not really work on the foundation, which is financial wealth. Okay, and for him is financial security and growing wealth through smart investment, sound financial planning, and entrepreneurship. Okay, so again, he said that it is not just money per se, but financial security. Then again, how much is enough? For some people, they never stop. They already have 1 billion, they want to make it 2 billion, 3 billion, etc., etc. But for some people, what is enough so that you have time for the other types of wealth? But basically, it's your concept of financial security. When do you feel secure? Okay, that you will have your basic needs and some, luxuries involved there. And of course, the other side of security is growing your wealth. Because even if you have 1 billion and if you don't grow that 1 billion is gonna be gone, right? And growing wealth. So how do you do that? So wise investments. So now you will have your stocks and your other hedge funds and all of that. You grow that, and then sound financial planning. So this is where you can come up with your budget. This is where you come up with percentages in terms of how much debt can you accumulate and not be buried in it. And of course, entrepreneurship. No? Okay, one of my favorite, how is this, authors is a guy named Ramit Sethi. You can Google him if you want to. Okay, he's a very, very, how do you call that? Very, very practical guy. You know, in his book, I Want You to Get Rich. All right, and you will understand that he believes the same way as Sahil Bloom, and I am following, his means, his system. All right, so I will share with you more about that, in the next. In the next episode, because I want you just to realize two things here, right? Wealth is not just financial, but it starts with financial. Okay, wealth. Now there are four more, types of wealth, and I'm sure you would like to know that so that you can have a holistic and fulfilling life. I will continue with Ramit Sethi in episode 69. But right now, I want you to sit back and relax, and while watching it, don't forget to like and subscribe so that you will not miss out on any of our episode. And again, I am looking forward to to what you're gonna say in the comment section down below. Until then, okay, instead of saying just goodbye, my friends, and this is your fellow sojourner, maybe I'll go to Japan and say sayonara. Okay, sayonara. I'll see you next episode.